Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of All the Mods to the Sky. And as you can see here, I have done a little bit of a renovation of our island. Mostly I've just layered it down to a single layer, as you can see here. We collected some dirt, we moved well, not everything, we moved our barrels, our stuff, planted some more crops because we're going to need some sugarcane eventually. We moved our sifting station here to a 5x5. It's only flint mesh still, but that's what we're going to be upgrading this episode. So the only material that was limiting us last time was iron, and now that I sifted some gravel, we have enough to get us through the early stages and get even more materials in general, not just iron, because, well, iron is one of the most important ones in the beginning. We need to make a cobblestone generator, we need to make the iron furnace, and we need to upgrade our meshes in the 5x5 area. That's going to be quite a bit of iron, because each of these needs 6. But let's just start at the beginning. I think the most important thing is to get our cobble gen. We have 3 buckets in there, so we just need 1 to get our initial generator. Also, I forgot we need some glass. I guess I didn't prepare well enough, but now we have everything. We can make the tier 1. But before I forget, I think we need a place to store cobblestone more efficiently, because a chest is going to fill up pretty quickly and it doesn't hold that much of a single type of item like cobblestone in this scenario. So we need a oak drawer, and this functional storage mod provides quite a bit of extra storage we can use in the future. But let's just take a look at the quest line first. So it's a small quest line. It doesn't have much, but it allows us to store a single item in a drawer with quite a lot of it. And the basic drawer stores, I think it's 2048 items, I think. So let's just make one and we get an extra one. The recipe is pretty simple as well. Just a chest in the middle. And we got our first drawer. If we check the quest, we get another one. So we can place down our cobblestone generator. But before I do that, I think it's also wise to just upgrade our cobble generator, because the next tiers provide us with more and a lot faster. If you check the recipe, it's pretty simple. We just need some cobblestone for this one and some iron for this one. And so we have enough iron. We have some more lava in here. And we just do this, autocomplete, and got our tier 2. And just one more bucket, water, and the tier 3. And if we place it down, we'll see how efficiently this actually works. Just need to figure out a place to put it. Let's just do it over here for now. We place a storage container on top, and we also, I mean, not also, we already have a stack. And even higher tiers will generate us a lot more. I think this is the last one. If you check the uses for this, yep, the tier 5 is the last one, but I think this is going to suffice for most of our gameplay currently. A quick trick I learned just between episodes to get more lava is, well, we can make a campfire, because the mod description doesn't, not mod description, what is this? The quest description doesn't really show us enough heat sources, or not enough, but all of the heat sources. If we go check the uses for the fried crucible, we can check there's a heat sources section. And campfire does ×4 instead of the ×1 that the torch provides. Eventually, we'll probably still upgrade to even lava itself just does ×3. So a campfire is very efficient. And eventually, we'll do the heating element because it's not expensive. We just need some steel. I think is the most expensive item on here, because we need some machinery for that. Not efficiently, we can use something else, but to get steel efficiently, we need some machines for mechanism. So I'll just make a campfire just to show you that it actually works, of course. And well, I still need some more lava. Lava is a great way to generate some power in the early game. So we have our crucible, and it says heat 4 on the top left. And we need some, oh, we can actually use some cobblestone now. We only need 4, and it's filled up. And it's going 4 times as quick than it did before. And a couple more quick quests we can do is the furnace. No, actually, we're going to do the mesh one first because we only have 12 iron, and to get a mesh we need 6. Yep, and to get a furnace we need 8. So we're missing some, but the mesh quest gives us 2 more pieces. Well, was it raw iron? So let's do that one first, so we can be more efficient. So we can see the quest. It gives us some iron. We just smell this for now, and we can show you. I can show you what this improves. So now that we have the iron mesh, we can sift gravel and get diamonds at a very low rate, but well, still it's diamonds, and eventually we can upgrade our sieves, and we get emeralds as well. I think maybe the drop chance of some other ores is better. I'm not sure. Yeah, it is actually. So it's a 10% chance for a flint, but for an iron one, it's an extra 15. So it rolls twice. And then diamond one is even more. So we probably want to upgrade as fast as possible. So we have enough iron to do the furnace as well. So we do just surround the furnace with some iron and we get an iron furnace. Let's say furnace upgrade? Question mark. And if we do the quest, complete the quest, we also get another upgrade. So you can do 2 ways, or maybe you can't actually make these. Oh, you can. So you can do 2 ways of upgrading. If you don't want to pick up your furnace, you can just make one of these upgrades and shift right click. I didn't mean to pick it up. I guess that's also another mod. But now we have 2 upgraded furnaces. They're slightly faster. You will barely tell the difference, but when you get more into upgrading these furnaces, you'll see that there's a huge difference. Because if we check our furnace in our what is it, JEE, right? You can see the cook time of these furnaces. It's 160 for iron furnaces and up to 5 cook time for the netherite. And even more, there is a unobtainium. It goes up from adamantium, vibranium, and unobtainium. It says 1 tick cook time. I think it's tick, but it cooks 64 items at a time. So if I put in a stack, it cooks 64 in 1 tick. So it's insanely fast, but we'll need them eventually. So I did say that I was going to do the grinding off camera, but I just want to show you how quickly we generate the cobblestone. So it's already up, filled up, and we need some upgrades eventually, but we can't afford them just yet, I don't think. If you look at the what is it, functional storage, the upgrade needs some copper blocks as well as just ingots, and it doubles. No, it's actually 8 times the storage, so that's quite a bit. There's a couple tricks I just wanted to show you before we do the grinding. So if we take our sticks and do this, we get a wand, which is also a enter tips and tricks quest, which I didn't look at, but you can use these builders wands to quickly place down materials. Actually, I shouldn't have done that. Hold on, because I wanted to compact these. Also, if you do, I think it's K, you just auto compact anything that can be auto compacted or filled up in the crafting grid. You have to be in a crafting bench for it to do this, and if you do Shift K, it does all of them, which is very convenient. And now we can take our compressed cobblestone, just spread it out with our wand. Easy as that, and hammer it down. And now we have lots of gravel to sift. And we'll try to get enough to upgrade all these meshes and maybe get some extra materials. I was quickly watching back the recording and I saw that the quality was pretty bad and I couldn't figure out why. And then I realized that I changed it earlier today to record something else and I completely forgot. And hopefully the quality is good now. And we can get back into it because I wanted to show you a quick trick again. I don't think it's in the book and I'm not sure if it's intended to be like this. It's not necessarily efficient. No, I mean, I would call it efficient because you can get double your resources. If we go and look at this hammer, it's not expensive. We just need some copper blocks, and there's a few variations of the hammer, but the copper one is the cheapest in the beginning. We do this simple recipe, get our hammer, and when we put it in our crafting grid with a raw ore, we get double the ore. Pretty simple, and we get double the iron, and we can get even more copper to make even more hammers. And now we can, well, simply smelt it down, and we get proper ingots, as you'll see in just a second. Right, and we get our ingots. Very simple. I also got a diamond, some emeralds, and you see this is what I got from, I think it's over 10 stacks of gravel, I think. But we'll continue on grinding. I just wanted to show you how we can easily get double the ores, and I'm not sure if it's intended that way, because it is an easy way to double. We don't need any machinery, no nothing. And even the quests later on show us the chance at getting 25% more. And 25% comparing to doubling it is, well, not a lot. We also completed this quest. It's for the Twilight Forest, but we're not going to look into that just yet, because well, we're only at the beginning. After some time of grinding a few resources, this is what we have. So this is all that we got from sifting gravel, and this is all we got from sifting some dust. I didn't sift too much dust because I think the only thing we really need right now is redstone, and this should be enough to get us into some further progression. This is also not all the materials we have, because I have been smelting down all the ores that we got. We can take a look, as we have some, well, quite a bit of starting ores as well. We need the osmium to progress a little bit in mechanism, right? Because it's the mechanism ore. And we need gold, iron, and copper just for basic stuff, because these are the base game ores that almost every mod uses. We also got quite a bit of flint, almost 2k, but I don't know where we actually can use flint, so that's just going to stay in the drawer. I have laid out a few things here that we need to focus on. Some of these are quests, some are not. For example, these pipes. There is a pipe for energy as well. That is a quest, but we won't do that just yet because we don't generate any power actually. But we need these pipes to, and this wrench to start some sort of basic automation. I think that would greatly improve our production here. So maybe let's start by doing that, because this is pretty cheap, as we can see. I just need some iron, not gold. We need some redstone that I did sift, and we needed some cobblestone, which we also have lots of. So if we take a look at the recipe, just a couple of droppers. Oops. Let's do multiple ones. Let's do like 4. So we can make 32 pipes. Very nice. And the wrench is also pretty cheap. We need a few flint sticks and a pipe wrench. So where do you use these pipes? These are, I would say, the main way to transport items through your system, and they're pretty, so they're cheap, they're fast when you get these upgrades. Of course, it requires netherite, but eventually you'll have so much netherite that you won't know where to put it. So these are arguably one of the fastest pipes to use to transport items. So I'm just going to try and show you how we'll use these in the beginning to just make our lives a bit easier, so we don't have to manually and slowly grind stuff. So one of the materials we need is quartz, and to get quartz we need to sift soul sand, and to get soul sand we need to use this witch water in this barrel. So we put sand in and we get soul sand out. And just to show a demonstration, this should work. It only needs, that's all it needs for configuration. So we have a bit of sand, which is nice. We put it in, it automatically gets inserted, and it comes out here. As you can see, we don't have a way to fill up water just yet, so we only get 1 soul sand. It all happened so fast I didn't actually see it happen. Maybe there is a thing to get infinite water. We don't need to use a pump, a sink from cooking for blockheads. Very cheap. We just need some clay, to get terracotta, iron, and water. A sink acts as a infinite water source in a single block. So I also made these pipes, pretty cheap, just some iron. So we can pump out water from there with this pipe. Very cheap, just one pipe. And it fills up. It's converting into witch water. We can just take a look how it will function. We didn't even see this sand get inserted, but it took out a sand, and we got a soul sand out. The only thing it's limited by is the speed of the water converting and filling up, as well as we can put any amount of sand we want in this chest, and we get the same amount of soul sand out eventually, because this isn't fast, but we don't need much soul sand in the beginning. We just need some quartz for basic upgrades in our systems a bit later on. The next thing I wanted to show you is the compacting drawer. Also a very nice early game item to store your items. So it works as a basic drawer, but it automatically compacts anything that can be compacted. So let's just make one, and I'll show you how it works with our cobblestone generator. We don't have a drawer. So let's make a drawer. We need some pistons, I think it was, a couple, and we should be able to make it. Right. So we have our compacting drawer. Also, I think we should complete these quests. Where was it? Basic storage. So we need the linking tool, which is just a diamond. Well, I say just. We'll have diamonds a lot of diamonds eventually. That's why we need the sugarcane for the paper. So we have some sugarcane. We need some gold, which we have on us. We have a diamond and another drawer. I'm doing this just to complete the quest, because this is a actual quest and it's locked behind this linking tool. So how do we complete it? We need to. I don't like putting in things manually because we can do auto completing. So we complete 2 quests at once, but we don't use this just yet because this is for a different type of system you can make out of these drawers. So we break our current drawer and place the compacting drawer on top. So it needs initial items just so you can understand what to put in, I guess. Or maybe this doesn't. I don't know how these interact, but I need to put in some cobblestone. And you can see I have a ×1 and a ×2 cobblestone automatically. It only stores 512 items, which is 4 times less than the compacting the regular drawer, but it's the compacted version. So the regular version is 41,000, which is a lot. So we will have even more cobblestone already compacted. We can just take it out, place it down, break it, and we have. Oh, actually can't break it with a stone pickaxe. And then we get our materials from sifting anything we need. So we put this back in. Pretty simple. So it's finally time to complete the getting started part 1. We won't complete it fully, but we'll complete 95% of it. Because honestly, the only thing we need to do is get to the getting started part 2, which isn't even locked. That's kind of weird because I thought maybe, you do the first one and then you can only start the second one. But just for completionism's sake, we do the first one first. Not all of it, because again, we can't get the ancient debris and netherite mesh. But we can do the coal generator. We should have most things. This also only needs, I think it's some lapis for the machine frame, and it needs some coal. We have. Let's do exact numbers because I like like to play the game that way. Oh, we also need some gold nuggets. And what else was it? Oops. It was redstone torches. We need some sticks. And we can see. Oh, while I'm getting ahead of myself, we do the. Oops. We do the frame first, then the generator, and then we can see how we generate our first power. It doesn't do much, but it's definitely enough to get us started. So we need some more coal. Let's do a stack. And it's generating power. The numbers go up pretty quickly, and it's producing 60 RF per tick. That's not a lot. definitely not a lot. And in the future, we'll need 100 times more and even 1,000. But currently, this is our starting setup. And we can complete our quests. I think I'll do a check mark here and just take all the quests that we have. We get quite a bit because I haven't claimed everything. And we also get the copper upgrade, which was for the drawers. Oops. So we can upgrade our cobblestone drawer, and we can actually check how efficient this is. We just right click and we can have 4.1k of double compressed cobblestone, and you can see it's a lot. We have 3 upgrade slots, and yeah, I mean, you can upgrade it to the point where I don't think you'll ever fill it up enough. But yep, we have our cobblestone being generated. Also, we can probably upgrade our generator as well, because we have gold now. We also have diamonds, but I'll save those because we don't have enough of them, I don't think, to complete all the quests that you want to complete. We just need some lava. Just do the autocomplete, and we have our generator. And we can put it back down, and we generate, like, it looks like we generate a, what's it called? Uh, a compressed version of cobblestone per second, essentially, even faster, I think. Finally, we are at our second quest line, and there's kind of the 2 main ways we can go, which is more power. We always like more power, and using our power. I think we're going to start with more power. Using our power is the next machinery that we'll need to make anyway, because without it we can't really progress in, well, any of these areas. But let's start with more power, because this is going to let us generate infinite power from the setup we have here. I added a pipe on top, so we take cobblestone from this compacting drawer, put it into the fired crucible, which automatically converts it to lava, and we'll use this lava to make power. If we look at the magmatic dynamo, it requires just basic materials we kind of already have, except Invar, and Invar is also pretty cheap to get. We just need some dust, and to get the dust we need iron and nickel. So I already prepared that in advance. We just need to smelt it down. Then we need to make this gear, which needs an iron nugget, also simple to get. Just do this, and and we also need this flux coil, which is also just gold and redstone. Get one of those, autocomplete, and we get our magmatic dynamo. How does this work? Also pretty simple. We just place it down. It is directional. I'm not sure if it really matters, or if we can't pump out power unless it's in a different direction. I'm not sure. But we can use these fluid pipes then to connect to the magmatic dynamo and get our wrench. Do just one right click to get it to output, and it's transferring in the machine and it's generating power. It's already full. It does generate less than the coal generator, but this is infinite power right here. So this is kind of more valuable, but if we need some extra power, we can always just pump in some coal into our coal generator. The quest also gives us this, what is it, like an upgrade. These also have upgrades, which can make them more efficient. So it says efficiency 110%. That means I think it just uses a bit less lava, 10% less to generate the same amount of power. It doesn't do more. Yeah, I think so. So we have our infinite power. We can take a look at the second machine, which is the metallurgic infuser. We need some osmium for that. That's why I smelted this before, because mechanism mostly uses iron and osmium. Now we can make the machine. Pretty simple as well. We can connect it up. We don't have any energy pipes, but we'll do that in just a second. And this machine is a bit more complicated. So we need to make these. Here we have a quest as well. We can complete this. We already get one, but we need to make these infused alloys, and these are the base alloy base item that is used in starting mechanism. We just need some more iron because everything needs iron. We need to essentially infuse iron with this redstone. So we do 5 pieces for 5 iron. It seems kind of inefficient at first, but we can make this, and slow as well, but we can make this more efficient and faster eventually. We also need these basic control circuits, which is kind of the same, but only with osmium. And we need these energy tablets. I guess we'll make those. We don't really use them in the beginning, but I guess because of the quest, we'll have to complete them. And we can make our energy tablets now. If we take a look at the quest, we can add these to our quick select bar, I guess you could call it. Just more convenient. And we get, I guess we only needed 1. I'm not sure why it says 2. It auto-completed on 1. We just wasted some resources. That's fine. Alright, and this is where we get the cheap pipes, as they're called. Because these are, again, from the same mod, and they're pretty cheap to make, and they're very efficient in the early game. These are a bit more expensive because they need quite a bit more redstone. I should probably do pipe here. We need some iron, of course. Everything needs iron. Oops, I got some osmium. We got this autocomplete, and we got our pipes. And these pipes as well have upgrades, as I said before. Currently that we don't have much resources or much production, or a lot of production, much, maybe not the right word. We don't need these just yet, but as you can see, the higher tiers pump more items per tick, more fluid, gas, and energy, and I think there is even an ultimate pipe upgrade which requires netherite. This one doesn't have the infinity pipe upgrade, some mod packs do, but we don't need it currently, so that's not what we're aiming for. One last thing I wanted to show you before we end the episode is now that we have these energy pipes, we can just connect these up to our machines like so, and they will output energy from, well, currently we're not using any of it, right? But it should work. We'll probably see in the future, but it now can pump out all of this energy into this machinery. And that's going to be it for today's episode, guys. There's still so much to do, and I can't wait to do it. So I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.